Krista, this isn't funny. I just got out of the shower, so I'm only wearing my boxers right now. Why the heck would you lock me out on this balcony?
Oh, that's my bad. I thought you were already dressed. But I need you to stay out there for a while longer, if you don't mind.
I don't understand. Why do you need me to stay outside? It's the middle of the night in dead winter, for goodness sakes. If this is just a joke, you seriously have one sick sense of humor. Just unlock the door already, okay?
I'm about to have some company now, so I can't let you in yet.
What kind of company could you possibly have this late in the evening?
Why do I need to tell you who it is? It's none of your business. Besides, you said that you were going out for drinks with your colleagues and that you wouldn't be home until much later tonight. This is all because you suddenly decided to come home early.
My colleague's wife went into labor early, so he had to rush to the hospital. Obviously, we had to cancel our plans to go out for drinks tonight. But I texted you on my way home about the change in plans, so what's the big problem? Just let me back inside, okay? It's so cold out here, I could barely feel my fingers and toes. I'm about to freeze to death out here, so please just open the door.
Fine. Just give me 3 hours then.
What are you saying? Have you lost your mind? Didn't you hear what I've been saying? It is below freezing out here. Do you have any idea what month it is right now?
It's January, silly.
This isn't a quiz, you idiot. It's so cold that I'm about to lose my mind.
Oh, be quiet and stop making such a fuss.
Fine, if you'll just let me in to grab some clothes, I'll head right out before your guests arrive. That should be fine, right?
No, I can't do that. They're already on their way here. I can't let you run into them on their way out.
Is there gonna be some kind of problem if I see who you're having over? Are you having an affair or something?
Yeah, I guess you can say that it's something like that.
What the heck?
No, but you don't understand. It's a bit complicated, but there's a reason behind all of this.
If it's an affair, fine, I'll let it go. It doesn't matter what it is if you'll just let me back inside. I don't think I can bear this any longer. I'm seriously about to pass out soon.
It's definitely too cold to spend the entire night out there, but 3 hours shouldn't be a problem. It won't be comfortable, but you'll live.
Then pass me a blanket or a jacket at least.
No way! You'll just force yourself in if I open the door even the slightest bit. You can forget it.
Aren't you even worried about what will happen to me out here?
Oh my gosh, stop banging on the glass. You're making too much noise.
Why won't this break?
Remember we installed double glazed doors for security reasons? You won't even make a crack in it, especially since it's reinforced with an anti-shatter coating.
What the heck am I supposed to do then? It's not like I can jump down since we live on the 8th floor.
Don't do anything stupid. Just imagine the kind of nuisance you'll cause our neighbors if you do something like that.
Then please, let me inside, I'm begging you.
No, you're not coming inside. Why don't you do some squats out there for the next 3 hours? It'll be a good workout, and I'm sure that your body will start to warm up from all that exercise.
Whatever it is you're up to, I promise that I'll let it all go. I won't even get mad. If you'll just open the door, you can go ahead and have your affair with whoever you want.
I don't believe you. You're just saying that to get me to unlock the door.
I really can't take this anymore.
Oh look, they're here. I'm gonna close the curtains now.
No, wait! At least leave the curtains open a little bit so I can see what's going on inside.
Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna let you see what we're doing. There's no way I can let you see who's coming over.
Why won't you let me see who it is? Is it someone I know? Hey, don't shut me out like that.
That's enough. Just stop talking now, okay? And you better not start texting me either. I'm gonna be busy for at least 3 hours.
Wait, please. I'm freezing out here. Krista, open the door. I can't make out any details, but judging by the shadow, you're with a man, aren't you?
Oops, I didn't realize that you could even tell that much.
It looked like you two were pretty friendly with one another too. I bet he had no idea that I was standing on the balcony right next to the living room. I wonder what he'll have to say if he found out that I was on the other side of those curtains, while you guys were busy getting all affectionate with one another.
What was I supposed to do? He said that he wanted to do it in the living room, so I had no choice.
Yeah, I was able to hear you all the way out here. You locked me out in the freezing cold just so that you could get busy with your lover, right in our living room. Have you lost your mind?
You probably won't understand, but I only did this because I had to.
Oh, stop it. I am sick and tired of hearing your lame excuses. And don't insult me any more than you already have.
Just give me the chance to explain. None of this is easy for me either.
So who is it? If he's so important that you had to lock me out of the house naked just so that we wouldn't come face to face with one another, you know, I can call the police and have them break down the door if it comes down to that.
No, you can't do that. It's your manager from work. He came to the door and threatened to fire you if I didn't do exactly what he said.
My manager? Oh, which one are you talking about?
Your department manager, Kelvin McAllister?
What? Why in the world would Kelvin McAllister come all the way here and have his hands all over you?
I told you, he's threatening me.
What? None of this is making any sense.
I have to listen to all of his demands. Otherwise, he's going to fire you. Is that what you want?
Oh, that is ridiculous. He doesn't have the authority to fire me.
He said that he has proof of your accounting fraud. Did you try to write off a balance that you couldn't collect from one of your clients?
He's lying to you. I've never done anything dishonest at my work in all my years with this company.
Well, at this point, it doesn't matter if that's the truth or not. Calvin has the upper hand here, and if I try to disobey him, you're going to lose your job.
Are you saying that he's trying to play us?
You said that you were close to getting a promotion, and this might be your big chance. Don't let it go to waste.
Yeah, but no promotion is worth it if I need to sacrifice my own wife for it.
It's fine. You don't need to worry about me. I know how hard you've worked for this promotion, so I want you to take full advantage of it. I just need to keep quiet and let him do what he wants, and I'm willing to make that sacrifice for you.
Oh, let me talk to that monster. He's still there, right?
He's taking a shower right now, but there's nothing you can do right now. He's probably going to want to do it at least 3 more times before he's satisfied.
3 more times?
Usually it's like 5 times before he lets me off the hook. So you see, it's not easy for me either, but I only tolerate this for your career.
Are you really sure that it's all for my sake? Because it sounded like you were enjoying yourself as well. Like you were flirting and having a good time?
That was all just an act. Couldn't you tell that I was just trying to convince him that I was having a good time? I think he's a disgusting pig, as a matter of fact. But I just have to do what he says, because I don't want you to lose your job.
Well, if that's really the truth.
Of course. I'm sure he'll be done in about 2 more hours, so just hang in there for a while longer, okay?
Whatever, just do what you want now.
Don't be mad. I'm being blackmailed, so I'm only doing all of this to save your career. Can't you see that I'm sacrificing everything for you?
Well, if you were gonna admit everything in the end anyways, you could have told me everything before you locked me out in the freezing cold. The outcome would have been no different than this, except that I would have been able to at least put on some warm clothes.
I know, but I panicked because Calvin said that he was already on his way.
You could have told him that I decided to come home early and refused his visit in that case.
It's not that easy. When he's in the mood, he wants to do it. I need to concede to his demands. Otherwise, he gets extremely upset. Like I said, he's the deciding factor in terms of your promotion and your career growth. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if you lose everything because of me not obeying his demands.
So you swear that you're doing all of this for the sake of my career?
That's right.
Fine, I understand. I'm sorry that you had to get involved in all of this. I hope you know that you're worth so much more than just a job.
I know, but I hope that you understand that I want to do everything I can to support you. So, it doesn't matter what I need to deal with, as long as you end up getting the promotion in the end.
I never knew you were such a dedicated wife. Why would you put yourself on the line like this for me?
I've always been and always will be your #1 supporter. Don't you know that? Just know that I'm willing to sacrifice everything that I have for your success.
Wow, thank you. I'm glad that you decided to tell me everything.
It's just 2 more hours, so hang in there, okay? I'll let you back in as soon as he leaves.
Okay, sure. Now that I know what's going on, I'll do my best to wait it out.
But if you actually do freeze to death in the meantime, I'll dedicate the rest of my life to mourning you, so don't worry.
Why would you even say something like that? Don't tell me that it's what you hope will happen.
It's just a joke. Why don't you lighten up a little bit? Oh, I just heard the shower turn off. He'll be out soon.
So, this is round 2, huh?
I don't even want to think about it, but it's what I have to do.
And it's also that I get a promotion at work. I'm sorry that you have to go through all of this.
You don't have to worry about me. I should go now. Brian, don't tell me you jumped off the balcony. Why aren't you here? Are you still alive?
No, so you're finally done. It took you long enough. I'm at my manager's house right now, having some coffee with his wife, as a matter of fact.
What?
I just finished telling her everything that was going on with you and Kelvin at home.
How dare you? You have no right to reveal such personal matters. Why would you do something that could possibly destroy their marriage? Who do you think you are?
You can go ahead and tell my manager the exact same thing.
How did you even get down from our 8th floor balcony? And besides, I can't possibly imagine that you walked off in just a pair of boxers.
I guess you can say that I was lucky. Our next door neighbor happened to come out on the balcony to have a smoke.
Don't tell me that you asked them for help. You actually approached them naked?
You left me no other choice. I was about to get hypothermia. Anyways, they were a bit wary about my appearance, but I explained to them the situation, and they were kind enough to help me over their side. They even let me take a hot shower at their place. The husband let me borrow some of his clothes as well.
I told you I was gonna let you in. All you had to do was wait for 3 hours. Why did you have to go and disobey me like that?
There's no way that I would have survived 3 hours outside in the freezing cold. You try going outside in just your underwear and see how long you can last.
I can't believe that you bothered our neighbors at such a late hour. And you were wearing only a pair of boxers? I could just die from shame and embarrassment. How am I ever gonna face them from now on? What am I even supposed to say to them to excuse your embarrassing behavior?
There's no need to worry about that. You don't have any reason to socialize with them from now on.
What do you mean by that? Was it because they were so turned off by your behavior that they want nothing to do with us anymore? I can't believe that you would have such nerve. They were good people, you know. The wife lent me a recipe book when I complimented her on the delicious smells that always come from her place.
No, they're completely happy to stay in good company with me, but you won't be seeing them anymore since you'll no longer be living here.
Why not?
Because I'm filing for divorce.
What? Are you crazy?
You were having an affair. Don't you think that it's an obvious outcome?
But I explained everything to you, and you said that you understood why I had to do what I did. I told you that I was being blackmailed, and I only agreed because that was the only way to save you from losing your promotion and even your job. I had no other choice.
Who the heck is gonna blame such a lame excuse? I didn't realize that you were stupid enough to think that you could conveniently hide your affair from me by blaming everything on my manager.
But it's true.
Fine, let's say that I give you the benefit of the doubt and believe your story, even though there's not even a millimeter of truth to it. Why didn't you think to bring this to my attention first before you took things into your own hands? It only seems reasonable that a husband and wife should be respectful of one another and keep an open line of communication.
I know that, but I already explained to you my dilemma.
Anyways, you probably meant to shut the curtains closed all the way, but I guess you weren't careful enough. You left a little slit open towards the edge, so I was able to take a video of you guys in the living room on my phone.
What?
It surely didn't seem like you just obeying his demands. In fact, I got your lap dance on camera too.
But I told you that I was just acting so he doesn't start getting suspicious.
Why don't you just come clean about your stupid act already? The more lies you come up with to cover up your previous lies does nothing but to dig the knife deeper into my heart. I wish you would just stop damaging my ego any more than this.
But it's the truth. I really was being blackmailed, and there was nothing I could do about it.
Geez, this is getting nowhere. You're still gonna insist that you did nothing wrong, even after all of this? Then I guess the only thing left that we can do is to ask Kelvin himself.
No, you can't do that.
Why not? It's the only way that we can get to the bottom of this. And if he really was threatening you, as you claim, then I'd like to have a word or two with him myself.
You don't need to do that for me. Just don't mention anything to him, okay? He made me promise that I wouldn't let you find out.
Well, Kelvin's wife told me that she suspected him of having an affair on more than one occasion since almost 2 years ago. Has your relationship with him been going on for that long as well?
Yeah, I suppose it's been about 2 years now.
I'm a real idiot too. I can't believe that I never even doubted you this whole time.
I don't blame you for not noticing anything. Calvin usually visited in the middle of the day, or when you were out of town on a business trip or work convention.
Oh, look who just walked through the front door.
What do you mean?
Kelvin just got home. He seems a bit surprised to find me sitting at his dining table, but I guess I'm gonna have a serious talk with him now. I hope that you'll wait up until we're finished here.
No, you can't do that. There's nothing to talk to him about. Brian, are you even listening to me?
Okay, we just finished talking.
You can't believe anything he says. He's a huge liar, so I bet he was just playing dumb with you.
Who are you calling a liar? There's only one person who's not telling the truth here, and I can assure you that it isn't my boss.
But you have to believe me. I'm telling you the truth.
Is that so? Because Calvin has been in San Francisco since 2 days ago for a business trip.
What do you mean?
Right, it doesn't make any sense to me either. How is it even possible that you and Kelvin, who is in fact out of state right now, were doing it in our living room earlier? Are you trying to say that my boss is able to teleport across state lines? Or maybe he has an identical twin that I never even heard about?
Well, not exactly.
I told you that I took a video of you guys doing it in the living room, right? I can tell you right now that that guy in the video is definitely not my boss.
So, what did you mean when you said that you were at his house having coffee with his wife?
That was just a lie, obviously. I'm not crazy enough to go to someone's house uninvited at this hour, especially if it's someone that has nothing to do with the situation we're dealing with.
So you tricked me?
I can say the exact same thing about you. Anyways, I guess I got lucky that your lover isn't too smart, or maybe just that he's too arrogant. He had no clue that I was trailing him this entire time as soon as he left our apartment.
You followed him out of here? What are you, a stalker?
It was actually our next-door neighbor's idea. After I explained to them what was going on in our living room, they encouraged me to get to the bottom of this. So, they let me borrow a downcoat, a hat, and gloves and sent me after the guy. They were, in fact, very cooperative.
Well, I'm sorry to say that it was all a wasted effort. The man that you were trailing is a total stranger. Can't believe that you actually followed him all the way from here. How stupid can you be?
I'll be the judge of whether it was a waste of time or not, but for now, I'm pretty sure that I've identified where he lives, at least. I checked the family name on the mailbox as well. What is Anderson, by the way? It's a pretty big house with a 2-car garage, so it's pretty obvious that he doesn't live alone. And I saw a playset in the yard, so it looks like he also has some young children at home.
I don't know anyone by that name.
Are you sure? Because he admitted that he was acquainted with you.
What? You actually spoke to him?
Of course, but he tried to brush me off because I approached him in his front yard. He was worried that his family and neighbors would overhear our conversation. So we drove to a nearby diner to have a talk.
And what did you two talk about?
He said that you guys met on a dating app. What were you even thinking, signing up for something like that?
Really? He said that?
Don't even try to deny it. He even gave me the proof.
What kind of proof are you talking about?
I have screenshots of your text conversations from when you guys first started seeing each other. He also sent me pictures that the two of you took together. Oh, and videos of you two in the middle of the act.
Why would he do such a thing?
I told him that I wanted to speak with his wife because I was sure that she had no clue as to what her husband had been up to. But he begged me not to let his family find out and promised that he'll do anything I wanted instead. He tried to get down on his knees right in the middle of the diner and asked for my forgiveness. I had no choice but to agree since he was starting to make a huge scene.
But I bet that's only because you were trying to threaten him.
By the way, he admitted that he had no idea you had locked me out on the balcony. So I guess I have to give him some credit since you were basically trying to frame him. Besides, if he had been making moves on you knowing that I was standing outside, I definitely wouldn't have given him the courtesy of approaching him calmly in his yard. I would have just barged up to his door, ready to break it down if that were the case.
So you're not going to say anything to his wife after all, right? And in that case, I won't be ordered to pay any compensation for damages, right?
You don't seriously think that, do you? Now I'm absolutely convinced that you're just an idiot.
How dare you say that to me?
Of course I'm just making this all up. It was all just an act to draw out the truth from that jerk.
You coward!
That's quite an insult coming from you especially.
But it's true. You're nothing but a backstabbing cow.
First of all, don't you two even have any awareness that you've done something wrong?
Yes, we do, but it meant nothing to either of us. We just wanted to experiment having a little rendezvous, something that was far off from our ordinary lives. I didn't think that you would take things so seriously and get this mad.
What? So are you trying to say that I'm the bad guy here?
Yes, exactly. It's obvious that the husband is partly to blame for making his wife want to have an affair. Don't think that you can just shut your eyes to your own faults and place all the blame on me.
What did I ever do that would make you want to have an affair, as you say? I put in almost $3,000 every month to our joint account. And I help out with the chores around the house during the week, even after working 10-hour days. I do all of the cooking and shopping on the weekends. And I'm the one who cleans the bathroom every day. How can you even think for a second that I was the reason you went and had the affair?
Well, I'm just saying that you're not completely blameless.
In that case, all I can say is that I'm sorry. but it still doesn't make any sense to me. I've always been willing to help out around the house, and as cooperative as I've been, you have always had something to complain about. And not only that, you think that it's justifiable that you go and just have an affair?
That's right, because it's your fault that I had to go and look for affection from another man. So there's no way that I will ever agree to a divorce. You understand, right?
No, there is absolutely no way that I understand any of your reasoning.
But we can still work things out.
No way, our relationship is done!
Then you don't have to do anything around the house anymore. I'll do all of the cooking and cleaning around here.
Thanks for the offer, although it's a bit too late now. And besides, I can do all of that myself, so I don't need anyone to do it for me.
Then let's have a baby.
I have no intention of making a baby knowing that he or she will grow up in a household full of lies.
Then what do you want me to do? How can I convince you to rethink your decision about wanting a divorce?
What you can do is pack up all your things and get out of the apartment as soon as you can. And my mind is already set about the divorce, so there's no point trying to talk me out of it.
No, I'm not leaving.
Fine, then I'll pack up my stuff and move out myself.
But why?
Good luck paying the rent on your own.
You know that I can't afford it.
Then go find a job that'll pay enough to cover the rent.
But I don't want my entire paycheck to go towards paying the rent.
That's not my problem.
Brian, please, just give me another chance. Promise that I'll never have another affair.
Get it through your head already that I have no intention of making things work with you again, so there's no point making any promises for the future.
Don't say that. I'm your wife. You can't just kick me out of the apartment like this.
Well, if I'm being honest, I'd really like to kick you out just in your underwear, but I'm gonna let you leave fully clothed. You should really be grateful that I'm at least giving you the courtesy after what you did to me.
So this is really it? Our relationship is done for good?
I'll have my lawyer send you the necessary paperwork, so he'll be getting in touch with you soon. I don't want to see or talk to you ever again, so if there's anything else, you'll have to go through my lawyer from now on. You even involved my boss and tried to frame him as the bad guy in your stupid lie. I can assure you that you and your lover will both be sorry for what you've done. I'll do everything I can to ruin both of your lives to make up for what you've done. It's about time you get a taste of your own medicine, huh?
I said I'm sorry. Why won't you still believe me? Don't act like such a jerk.
It's really such a shame that you don't even know how to apologize properly, especially for something that you did wrong. You're an embarrassment to humanity.
What makes you think that you can insult me like that? It's not like you're some kind of a role model to humanity either. But if that's how you're gonna act, don't expect me to hold anything back. I'll make you regret all of this. You'll see.
Sure, you keep telling yourself that. Good luck. After that, I put together all of the evidence of Krista's affair, all provided by no one other than her so-called lover, which only shows just how little she meant to him since he was very cooperative about it as soon as I confronted him. I took everything to a lawyer to see what kind of case I had against her. It turns out, locking me outside in the dead of winter is domestic violence. My lawyer used the proof to show a pattern of abuse. In the end, Krista was ordered to pay $50,000 to me as compensation for damages. She also got 150 hours of community service. It makes me happy thinking of her bent over and sweaty for good reasons. After the divorce was finalized, Krista was ordered back to her parents' home. But she had always been terrified of her father. He's very Italian and very Catholic. So, instead, she kept wandering from city to city, never staying long in just one place because she was afraid of being found by her family. But after some investigation, I was able to identify where she was hiding, which I didn't even hesitate to inform her father of. And her father took action right away, so she got caught immediately and was forced to return home, where she was locked in a room under strict supervision by her parents. Her parents paid the settlement in full on her behalf, but they definitely were not going to let her go unpunished. She's being forced to work a side job until she's able to pay her parents back in full. But who knows how long that will even take? As for her lover, he was kicked out of his home, which seems like an appropriate punishment. However, rumors began going around at his office about his wife leaving him because of his infidelity. So after some time, he was no longer able to bear the cold stares from his colleagues and ended up resigning from his job. I wonder who the culprit was that started the rumor. That's a really vicious thing to do, don't you think? Anyways, I decided to leave that apartment because it's left me with nothing but bad memories. But it wasn't before I had one last laugh with the next door neighbors, who were ever so helpful in giving my ex-wife a taste of her own medicine. Even now, every time that winter comes along, I still remember the bitter cold of that time I was locked out on the balcony. I just hope that one day I will be able to overwrite that frigid memory with one that is much warmer and pleasant. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to see more content.